ready.
I mean, as we're ever going to be.
I have
Cool.
I'm
started the
just lining up
recording.
my dice in my new rolling tray.
Oh yeah, I need to get my dice out.
I will be
Cool.
rolling on the D&D Beyond app, so that way there is all transparency.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll only be transparency after the fact.
Well, the thing is, I've got the recording up, so...
Yeah. And
Fair.
at this point, we're all just pretty honest players, thankfully. So
Yeah, we are.
the only time I have ever fudged a roll, I've been a DM. So
Yeah,
That's
I was
different.
gonna say I get out all of my dice lies as a DM, so I'm good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem being honest as a player because it's more entertaining sometimes.
It's true. Even though it does get sad when you roll 10 times in a row and every single time is a fail, but you know
It
that's just
does.
the way
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do this. All right, so we are welcome to Strixhaven, everyone.
Yay!
It's officially session 1 of
Yay.
I don't know how many we're doing, but we're in for the long haul here.
We're going till it ends.
Cool.
We're going till
Let's
we're sick of it.
And even if you die, that's not the end.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh God, I have to make a new student.
Uh-huh.
I'm killing Bucky O'Tunnel to
Mine-
make a turtle.
That's assuming your god lets you die.
Fuck!
Mm.
The Storm King won't let me die.
Oh, the
God
Storm
is
King's not your god.
I
The Storm
know.
King's just your dad.
Anyway,
Okay.
please keep going.
Anyway.
Uh,
All right, so welcome to Strixhaven. You guys in session 0 were introduced to Strixhaven via your individual strip mall type offices, and then entered through a portal where you all met in a very giant circular room. People were harassed, people were tackled, people were nervous, and people were
That's me. I was nervous.
I tackled people.
No, you weren't tackling. You were being tackled.
I was ready to tackle.
You were.
No.
Sure. Now,
Only in your mind.
for consistency's sake, let's all go around and just do a quick introduction and a brief description of our characters, just so that we don't have to do that mid role play. So, starting first in my book is Kate.
So, sorry. So Chimeras is a very slender Eladrin. She generally personifies the season of spring, so very light green with shoulder length hair that goes from green to like a lilac. Very bubbly. Not too much. We're not stocky. We're light elves.
Typical elf build, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What kind of clothing can we see her in?
Oh, snap. Haha. Here we go. I forgot that you put Hero Forge on my iPad.
There you go.
Oh,
That's a good way to do it.
That's a
Log in.
very good way to do it.
Yep. Unless you're an Owlin or an Aarakocra. And
Yeah,
then
You
you're-
were not trying to make characters of us.
How do I screenshot on an iPad? I forgot.
You'd power just the way you screenshot on a normal phone.
I forgot where my power button was for a second. It's fine. It's fine.
You know what? While you're doing that, when you're done, when you're done, Geo's up. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
One Mississippi. Damn, he's not back.
I see.
Aw, aren't you adorable?
I am. I am adorable. Thank you very much.
So am I allowed to go even though Ed's not here?
Spring child.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I just
Okay.
got back.
Well,
Sorry, I had
my name's Bucky O'Donnell, and
Hold on. Are we committing to a Southern accent for your family?
I am. I don't know
Right
about
now.
the rest of my family. Do what you want. I'm just me.
This is your family, dude.
Then no. Then it's just me.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Just checking.
As I was
am
saying before I was interrupted by the gods themselves.
Hey, you're struck by lightning.
Ow!
Anyway,
My name's Bucky O'Donnell.
Bucky.
I'm 6'3". Why am I singed? And, oh yeah, my dad's the Storm King. And I fall over. You said I was struck by lightning. I'm rolling with it.
Okay. Physical description?
I am
You have full heal.
I am 6'3". I am pretty stocky, very athletically built. What I could only describe is like football quarterback style.
Just a big jock.
Very big, although larger than most quarterbacks. Most quarterbacks are not 6'3".
It's true. They're usually around my dad's height, like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah. You're more of a linebacker size.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, I am going to post this because this is something that caused me great strife when I was doing it. But I did attempt to do everyone's character in Hero Forge, but for now, I'm only going to show yours, Gio, again, because it caused me great strife.
Well, you didn't have to, but okay.
No, I want everyone to see. I want everyone to see this.
Well, it's on the stream, so keep that in mind as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
Gio's fucking bird.
I have tits. Look at that.
Fucking bird.
The way you
Immaculate.
described your character in character creation,
Nice
was
tits, bro.
it was so unsettling. Okay.
Whatever you say, my dude.
Tits.
With that, it is Javen's turn.
Hello. I am Bernard Ironwing. I'm a Owlin Paladin, a Eastern Screech looking owl. I'm standing at a grand height of 3'3". Three of those inches are, in fact, from my armor that I wear at all times. I'm 39 pounds, but 68 when I have the armor on, which is always. I'm a little nervous to start my year, but I think it's gonna go well. I think it's gonna go very well. Appearing stocky with the armor on, though I myself am not as stocky. I have my shield in which is kind of doubles as like my holy symbol and is just my bread and butter. It protects me from everything, which I really like. My patron lord, I guess, my patron god is Afara, the god of the polis, the god of the cities. Because I believe in the value of community. In my culture, we believe that every tool, every weapon worth having is made from your own personal self, which is why my long sword and my quill both are made from my feathers. Atop my back is a large sort of gourd-shaped pack the top of which is usually filled with some sort of water or liquid, which is always a little bit sweeter than the average water because of the properties of the gourd itself. Whereas on the bottom of said gourd is where I keep all of my personal belongings. Also, whenever I have to read fine print or in the daytime, I do have a pair of reading spectacles to help me. Yeah, that's Bernard.
Cool. All right, then last but not least, Cedric.
All right, I will be playing Alexei Karsanoff. Alexei Karsanoff is a hexblood. It presents more as a humanoid figure, and I actually had to look a little bit of how hexbloods look. So one of the things being a hexblood is he can cast the Disguise Self spell, which hides his blue skin. So he is primarily under that to appear more humanoid. However, even under that spell, he does look odd. He has his fingernails are more pointed and grow more into claws than the typical human. He has pointed ears like an elf, but they're not long. They just taper up into kind of dagger-like points. His teeth are slightly carnivorous looking. They have sharp edges, and he has no irises or pupils. His skin is generally pale, as he does not come from somewhere that has a lot of sunlight. And he wears a large frock coat, typically in charcoal gray. Clanks as he moves because it's his version of scale mail. He has armored plates done throughout to be less conspicuous about his armor. He's normally wearing a color of bright colored pants. Typically they're red, but right now he's actually wearing. Oh no! If this is still the first day, he'd still be wearing his red pants. And he normally just wears a white tunic or button-up shirt. Brown hair and green eye. No, I said he doesn't have irises or pupils, so he just has white eye. About 5'7", 160 pounds, I'd say.
He's just got like the blank eyes of just no pupil. Nice.
How tall are you again?
5'7". Not very tall.
Kate, how tall were you?
I'm like 5'2".
5'2".
I'm the second tallest character, but by human averages, I'm short.
Short, yes. Okay.
When Cedric plays a character that is basically exactly his frame and size.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Fair enough.
Wonderful. I love it.
Actually slightly heavier than I am, but other than that, yeah.
All right. Now, one order of business before we get into the grand role play. We did not really touch too much on the relationship aspect of Strixhaven. Right now it does give me an option to kind of like pick and choose based on who actually wants to do the role play mechanic. Is there anyone who would like to opt out of being involved in the role play mechanic or the relationship mechanic?
No, I would rather be involved in it, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I don't have any reason not to.
Yeah, it's a new mechanic. I'm down to try it out. Let's see how it goes.
Cool. Kate?
I'm good.
All right.
Only if you would like to, though. I'll preface my thing with that.
No, I'm good with it. I'm giving everyone the opportunity because it's kind of one of the things in the book is like, hey, if they don't really feel comfortable with it, you should probably give them an out. And so I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You could have avoided that with
valid.
us,
All right.
So nice to have the option. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, you have all. We begin where the giant archway that was glowing as you first entered the room has opened up into kind of a walkway that has been framed by very tall marble arches. You see as it kind of continues on, it leads into a very large kind of a city metropolis looking. Uh, it looks almost like you're actually walking into another town. Um, and from this portal walks a very grand looking human female who is dressed in golden and white, actually more cream colored robes that just kind of drape off of her. You can't really see too much of her appendages, and the only parts of her that are really defined are kind of her shoulders, as it kind of hangs from there, and then you can see her face from the neck up. Atop her head is kind of a golden crown that has a sort of, it's a large, very open crown where it's got a golden scroll that kind of adorns it at an angle. And then from her waist are golden encased scrolls, so probably about 5 or 6. And she had introduced herself as Dean Augusta Tullis and beckoned you to walk and enter the Strixhaven proper. So we come now to you guys still walking on the very long path to actually enter the Strixhaven campus.
Can you spell her last name?
Augusta Tullis, Tullus.
And she's the dean, presumably.
She is the dean of order.
She's a dean.
A dean. She is a dean. There are several deans for the Strixhaven campus.
Gotcha.
So students kind of start shuffling and doing that crowd movement of just a flow down the pathway. And would any of you four stick together, or would you just kind of like go off into your own individual? Because I will let you know that you guys did meet probably just about 5 minutes ago.
I just made new friends, so I'm gonna stay with them.
Yeah, personally, Bernard, being an admirer of civilization and grand cities, just as a whole, it wouldn't really matter to him who he walks with. He's too busy soaking in the sights that he sees.
Cool.
Given what happened in session 0, Alexei feels not quite protective of Bernard, but has seen him get swooped in on by several people and wishes to kind of act as a buffer for him, so he's going to stick closer to Bernard.
No objection from Bernard. Again, just kind of lost.
All right.
Absorbed.
So I would probably be saying with the group, but I'd probably I'm skipping, just a little light skip, and just excited.
A very jaunty, just kind of jump as you are excited for your school year.
Bucky just kind of
Very
watches.
jovial.
Bucky just kind of watches and looks at his talons, and then tries to mimic the frolicking a little bit.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh fuck. 19.
You know what? Do it at disadvantage, because I will say that your species is probably not used to that kind of movement. If you do that kind of stuff, you're using your wings and whatnot.
Fine, 16.
16. Okay. You know what? You are very physical. You're a very physical person. So you kind of are like, okay, what is this? Okay, this. You know what? This seems. I got this.
Little bird skip.
Your wings are kind of
skip
out.
Eagle.
Yeah, your wings are out, but they're not flapping too much. They're just more keeping you upright.
Once I feel like I've got it, I have the biggest smile on my face as if I just learned a new fighting technique. I'm like, this is awesome! How do you do this?
Your sister just looks on, just like, he's okay. So yeah, as you guys are walking down, Javen, let's start with you. You hear a not necessarily booming voice, but you hear it just, Bernard, there you are.
I look around to try to identify the voice.
The first thing you see is probably the one thing that sticks out from this crowd, and that is your brother Norm. He is very large, very round, and is kind of
How
a
how tall is Norm? Or do we think?
you know what? Geo, how tall are you? 6'2"?
6'3".
6'3".
6'3"? He's 6'4".
God damn. Big owl boy.
I would imagine I always imagine Norm being like kind of like exactly how Bernard looks. Well, Norm is a great gray. He's a great gray
Yes.
owl.
Great gray, very big species of owl.
So yeah, so I'd say very, at least in my mind's eye, it looks like that big red thing, like the Looney Tunes thing, like the furry one.
Yes.
The one with just the eyes and no mouth. I forget what it's called.
I'm
But
gonna look that up because I
know what
don't
you're
remember the
talking
name
about.
either.
yeah, just like big broad shoulders, maybe like
Red
small
monster.
little legs, just like a
Mhm.
big fucking unit. Not meant for
Yep.
speed, but meant for just fucking power.
He
Um,
is very large, and then he's kind of is making a wave, and as you look closely, the rest of your family is just kind of like walking in his wake. There you are. We were looking for you.
yes. Sorry, Norm.
Oh, it's no trouble. You know me. I love to just look around for you. But are you by yourself here, or did you?
Well, not by myself, Norm. No. I ran into company.
Oh, he looks around and it's like, all right, there's a bunch of kids here. Who are you? Which ones are you with?
I point out the spooky one, the skipping giant, and the girl.
Oh, pleasure to meet all of you. My name,
I don't remember any of their names.
of course, it's all right. It's all right, Bernie. Uh, might I introduce myself and my family to you? This is you have all met my littlest brother Bernard, and my name is Norman Ironwing. This is the rest of our family. The,
I didn't realize we were traveling as a flock.
oh no, I'm. This is more of than just. You know me. I kind of part crowds,
I nod.
so they're just more of a efficiency. But if you would like to make your own friends here, it's no problem. We'll meet you in we'll meet you down there. There's a whole year for us to still catch up with each other.
We have different interests. I think it would be beneficial if we split up.
I feel like
If that's
Alexei is looking between the two of them, just being like, in his own head, being like, these two are related? I am very confused.
Okay, so you mentioned the other three were like behind Norm.
4. You do
Oh
have
yeah,
5.
I have 5 siblings.
Mhm.
If they want to roll perception checks, maybe to see the
Yeah,
rest of them.
sure.
I guess
normal.
that'd be
All of you
yeah,
just because.
because otherwise we're gonna take forever introducing all of them. So just brief descriptions would probably be beneficial.
Yeah, go ahead.
If they even want to
I will
look.
say that everyone will be introduced by Norm in a very grandiose fashion, but look, for time's sake, I will be.
Yeah.
So
So the thing is, I rolled a 17, but honestly, I'm more
what?
entertained by my skipping.
Fair
What?
enough.
I did not hear that number.
17, but I'm more entertained by my skipping.
You are skipping along, but you still hear this and see everyone. You're just like, huh? Okay, cool. And
Yeah,
just
pretty
continue.
much. I'm just like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. What else? Everyone else get?
I got a 6.
Oh boy, you're more infatuated with the large owl from you.
Yes,
My
I am just not watching the owl. I'm watching Bucky try to skip and Camaris going forward. I'm just trying to be like, I hope they do not go too far.
And Kate, what'd you get?
I got a. Hold on, Banner distracted me. I got a 16.
Okay, so funny enough, you and Bucky, I kept wanting, like, my mind wanted to call you Bernard this whole time, but it's like, no, it's Bucky. Bucky and
Different bird.
Bernard. Yeah.
Different bird.
Both birds named start with a B.
B for
The
bird.
birds are both bonding
You're just, okay, stop.
over binary
They're
words.
just bonding birds.
Birds have begun to
Bravely and
blend together.
bombastically.
All right. So Bucky and Chimeras are the only ones who see the other 4 owls behind Norman.
If you'd like to if I could give like brief descriptions, I can make it super quick.
I mean, I've got the basic. You know what? They're your
All right,
siblings. You.
Cool. Essentially, I got 5 siblings in total. I have Norm, who's a great gray owl. I have you wouldn't really know names, but there is also a sort of slender looking.
As I said, Norm would be kind of introducing them by name, but we're not going to do the role play for this just for time's sake. So
all right,
he's introduced the.
Cool. So we got Posivia Ironwing, which is a snowy owl, very slender, kind of nerdy looking. I have Scott Ironwing, who is a northern white-faced owl. He's an asshole. I have Pibbles Ironwing, known as Persephone, but I call her Pibbles. She is a burrowing owl, and she looks insane. Then I obviously have Norm, and then I have Lorraine Ironwing, who is a barn owl, and she looks spooky.
Yep.
As he introduces Lorraine, she kind of like looks up from a bag and then looks up at the crowd, and immediately everyone sees that she has got a full rat butt sitting out of her mouth that she just kind of like slurps up and immediately just, and then tilts her head.
I give a thumbs up.
Boy.
Don't look her in the eye.
Why not?
Do you look her in the eye, J.O.?
Not worth it.
I do it. I look her in the eye.
Okay, make a wisdom check.
Jesus Christ. How many saving throws have I made now?
I was gonna say, Jesus, we've just started, Gio. His life's been in danger since we started.
This is perfect. 4.
4, yeah. Take 1d4 here.
Whoa!
Take 2 psychic damage as you stare into the void of her eyes, and they just kind of suddenly you feel like they are like it is not her looking at you, but something beyond that.
Whoa, that was trippy.
That's why I said, don't look in her eyes.
That was somewhat awesome, but I got a headache now.
Don't. Well, he did warn you. So, if you're all right, if you want to be by yourself, Bernard, I won't. I will leave you with your new friend. We are going to make our way back down to the campus ourselves.
Make sure Pibbles doesn't get lost.
Oh, absolutely. He immediately just moves Pibbles to his side and just kind of keeps his hand or his wing on her just to kind of make sure he's got physical contact with her.
Mm-hmm.
And
this
then
is par for course.
yes, and then kind of does a flourish with his hand and bows a little bit and moves along.
I bow back and turn back to the present company that I keep.
I think you got an awesome family there, Bernard.
They are quite diverse.
I think so too. Scott's an asshole. Don't look at him.
Wait.
You are aware that your
Wait,
family
I wasn't
does
supposed
not
to look
look
at.
like you.
I wasn't supposed to look at one of them. Was it Scott or the other one? Oh no, I've already forgotten.
No. You don't look at Lorraine in the eye, but you just don't interact with Scott.
Okay, so don't look at Lorraine in the eye and don't interact with Scott.
Yes.
Is there anything else I need to know?
Posy's crazy. Norm's really nice. Pibbles is Pibbles.
Pibbles
What
is
does
Pibbles.
Pibbles mean?
Pibble, and I start tongue twisting myself, going Pibbles to pip, piss, pir, and I get distracted.
You got it.
While Bucky is basically fooling themselves into thinking that they've got it all, I'm going to lay a hand on their shoulder and just say, "It's all right. It is a lot to take in." And I'm actually going to use one of my Twilight Domain abilities. And Geo, you have advantage on your next initiative check. I've given you
How long
my
does that
vigilance.
last?
It does not wear off until they roll initiative or until I give it to someone else.
Shit.
Dang.
That's a useful thing.
Damn straight.
That is, yeah,
So,
that is very.
Geo, you now have until when we roll initiative, you have advantage. But only for this one, only on the next initiative roll.
So after confusing myself, I go, okay, I think I got it. Hey, Kai, can we start skipping again? That was fun.
Kate is
Cedric.
muted.
I think she's dealing with the dog.
Okay.
Sorry. I thank you. I guess it is a much more effective way to get our bodies from one point to another. You don't use as much energy, so I guess. But I'm just gonna keep doubling back because I don't want to lose anybody.
I am following you.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
Now there's
Believe
pressure.
me, you're easy to spot. We will not lose you.
You can't lose me. I'm a 6-foot bird.
Believe me, I've tried. My entire life, I've tried. You hear it from Steve.
Let's go skipping, and I immediately just take off.
Cedric, quick question. How does your magic look as you cast it? Is it subtle, or is it kind of like a... is there
This one would be subtle. It would almost be like there's a small twinkling of stars around my hands, but in the daylight, it's very hard to notice. Night, it would easily be more visible.
Okay. What is... Weird question. What is your passive sleight of hand? Meaning, I think
Sleight of hand?
Yes.
Passive sleight of hand is a 12.
12. Okay. Never mind. Well, shit. Sorry, something...
Question.
No, you're good. It's less about your 12. It's more about the fucking nat 1 I just rolled.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Get him out
All right.
now.
Never mind. So yeah, you guys all continue along until you reach the bottom of the pathway. The archways kind of open up into there's a courtyard with a large fountain in the center. There's a hold on. Sorry, there's a visual description. There is a statue in the center. I don't think anyone would have. Let's see. I'm trying to find the name of this. There's no name. Okay. There's a statue of someone who is just clearly someone who was important back earlier in the origins of Strixhaven. No one explains this to you. You just realize that this is a very nice fountain and the statue as you walk on past.
Makes sense.
And the dean kind of leads the crowd in sort of it leads the crowd around the fountain into a large building that looks, it's almost like the Capitol building, but if you took out all the columns and replaced them with like swirls, and just like more, and then there's just one big archway that would go right up into the central dome, and she's leading you right into that archway. And as she gets inside, there is a large, it is a very crowded area up front. This is kind of more of the common area. Clearly, there's a if you look to your left, there is what looks like a cafe. Hold on, I lost my map as soon as I started looking for it. There we go. If you look to the left, there's sort of a kind of cafe-looking thing where there's seating. People are sitting down enjoying like food and coffee. To the right, there is a kind of a seating area where people are just, they're meeting. They're not really, it's not really a study area, but it's definitely just a seating area. And then the dean leads everyone a little further in. As you continue in, there are more actual tables this time where people are sitting. Clearly, this is the more where people study more, as well as there are rows of books. Just they go from floor to ceiling, and they go as far left and as far right for a little while.
My eyes sparkle with wonder.
The ceilings here are approximately about 50 to 60 feet. And then beyond that, you guys see a room that kind of has a light bluish glow coming out of it. And that seems to be where the dean is leading everyone. And as she kind of gestures people through a double columned archway, as she kind of stands in the archway and gestures for people to kind of file in, and directs them to kind of circle the room. And as you enter, everyone sees a large glowing orb. There are approximately 10 non-glowing orbs just kind of floating aimlessly about a foot off the ground on the top of a it's kind of a circular amphitheater, and it goes down to a pool where just above that is the large glowing orb. She has people kind of like circling around and filing in so that they kind of surround the outer circles. And then once everyone's inside, she goes down to the pool. And as this is a kind of circular room, it is kind of just like the room you guys all entered in. It is very echoey. So she goes down and kind of gestures everyone to quiet down. Once again, I would like to welcome you all to Strixhaven. I again am Lorehold's Dean of Order, Augusta Tullis. Strixhaven has a long history of educating some of the most gifted mages in the multiverse. We encourage creativity while instilling caution, and that caution is born of the knowledge of magic itself. Today, you will all be partaking in a bit of a challenge to orient you to the main campus you will be spending most of the next year in, as first years are not allowed in any other of the 5 campuses, other than for classes. You have the rest of the day to explore the Biblioplex and learn about our various extracurriculars we offer here. For those wishing to make a bit of extra gold or get a head start on their careers, some of the staff have jobs posted throughout the year. Now please, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and welcome to Strixhaven. And then as that, she kind of flourishes her arms, and out of her sleeves are several... They move so quickly that you can't tell until they stop, and there are several pages that fly to each of the students and stop right in front of you. And on those pages, I will send everyone what they get to look at.
Oh my.
Things to read. Oh, look, it's a map.
So you get to ignore the second and third floor. No one's allowed to go up there right now.
Okay.
But the first floor is where you guys will be spending probably the rest of the night.
That's nice.
This is kind of a map that it has a key, and then on the back, if anyone flips it over, there are 5 different phrases. I will read them out loud to you. On the top of the back, it says Orientation Challenge. And then listed down are clues for you to kind of do it explains a scavenger hunt. Clue 1, you'll forget all about any trouble or plight when you step forward and are ensnared in light.
Forget all about trouble or plight.
When you step forward and are ensnared in light.
When you step forward and are ensnared in light.
Ensnared or ensnarled?
Ensnarled, sorry.
No, just wanted to clarify because sometimes wording's important in riddles.
Mm-hmm.
And snarled in light.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, did I ever explain that? Shoot.
Retcon!
Yes, retcon, because there is a very important... I will do that. I will read out the rest of the clues, but I will... honestly, it says to give you the first clue anyway. But clue 2, alumni commission works when they retire, seeking promising mages to inspire.
One more time.
Alumni commission works when they retire, seeking promising mages to inspire.
Seeking promising mages to inspire.
Here.
Promising mages to... One more time.
Inspire.
Cool.
Okay.
I hope if after you read all of them, you put them in the chat just so we have...
I'm typing them up right now.
Yeah, you're good. I have them in my notes as well, but I just wanted to have a double back copy in case we got lost.
Yeah. I'm of the same mind.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis the way the riddles work.
Go for a Control V option.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clue 3. I will read out just to kind of give
Bernard
everyone.
pulls out his laptop.
You break the fourth wall as you pull out technology that's not available in this campaign.
Wait, hang on. Where's the script?
Control Alt V, damn it.
Fine. Excuse me, this blocking is wrong.
How do you
Now-
know how I'm supposed to do my code, damn it?
Now, is it just me, or do the bookshelves on the map kind of look like French fries?
A little bit.
No, they look like French fries.
I thought those were I thought those were like tables. Those are bookshelves?
Nah, dude, those are bookshelves. I think.
Huh.
Yeah, this is the biblioplex. so-
Yeah, you would read in the key that B10 are bookshelves.
Yeah.
Anything B10 is a bookshelf, so yeah. This is
No,
the biblioplex of the place of books.
Huh.
Yes,
Okay.
the place of study.
Would not have guessed.
It's pretty
that,
much
but
the
all right.
library.
A
The
library.
Love libraries.
B13 being like some sort of stage, I'm assuming.
Eddie, while you're
B13 is. You'd have to go over there.
Ed, while
But
you're
it's just
Fair enough.
labeled amphitheater.
Ed, while you're
Like,
running.
there is a. Hold on, Gio. It is. Sorry, I'm answering one question at a time. B13 is labeled as an amphitheater, and you'd have to anything that you guys want to know what it is. If you say the number, I will give you the actual name of it. If you want to know what is over there or see what it looks like, you'd have to actually go there in game.
Understood.
Gotcha.
Gio, what was your question?
While you're running this all out, are you okay if we just have a role play moment so that way it gives you time to write it all out?
Sure.
I'd second that honestly, because that way it gives us time to sort of build the team a little bit more, and figure out.
I think this is a good call. So, I guess my first question would be, Kai probably beat us in. How would Kai react to this?
Kai is running towards all the books. Well, not running, but like, oh my god, books, all the books, and like looking at the end caps, if you will, just to kind of see what areas are for what, and just like has a pen, like her little notepad, writing down, oh, this book looks interesting, and like writing about all the books she's gonna like come to read for funsies.
Perhaps it would be better if we stuck together.
Well, she's already gone.
You blessed.
Boy, she disappeared faster after she stopped skipping, didn't she?
I grab a runes book off the like a shelf. I'm like, guys, this book. I want to read this book first.
What is it?
It's a book about runes and like ancient writing, and you can use them for like protection, and she just start rambling, but super high pitched and bubbly, and just like kind of doing like the little, and not like a full jump, but like bouncing on the toes.
I grab the book and I start flipping through the first few pages. I've never heard of runes before.
It's a very, very old writing.
Writing? You mean like how we write things in the sky?
I mean, I like, and I take the piece of the notebook that I kind of put into my book pouch, and I'm like, well, this is how I write, and like I'm showing like pages of not necessarily my like just like my like little notebook of to read the list, TBR, and like just the list and like this kind of writing. But like you can put it over doorways or on like trees, and it can help protect or help cast spells. And
This is good to know.
Wait, you can cast spells by writing things?
I can, yes.
You...
It helps me learn my spells.
I can't.
So it's more of it helps me learn my spells too. So
Wait. Does that mean if you write out the word fireball, you can throw a fireball?
Would you like to try?
I'm gonna write fireball. I immediately look for like a clean sheet of paper.
Alexa just hands him a notebook.
I grab it. I find whatever I consider
make
a pen.
A dex check.
Oh,
make a dex check.
God damn it!
Never mind. Don't do that.
What?
Your sister goes to is hearing all this, goes to grab the book or the scroll first, and you get it first.
Cool. I immediately grab a pencil and I write the word fireball in as quickly as I can, and I turn it around and I throw it at Bernard to see if maybe a fireball comes out. Ha! And nothing happens.
The I imagine the scroll would just like dimly like flump onto my face.
Pretty much.
Even as he's tossing it, Alexa kind of just casually steps in, raises his hand, and from the mists, a black kite shield just appears as he tries to intercept the page, just on the off chance something weird happens.
Man, I can't do it. How do you do it, Kai?
And this might take, and Kai just has hand on forehead. It is going to take a little bit longer to explain. It's okay.
I mean,
we'll come back to it.
It sounds really awesome. I mean, writing words and magic happens. I could probably do that. I can't even really do magic right now, but I'd love to be able to learn something like that.
I'm sure you'll learn something similar, hopefully.
Perfect. That is, after all, the purpose of this entire school is for teaching magic.
Wait, you were let in here and you can't cast magic?
Well, I mean, the people who allowed me to get in said that I had some magical aptitudes, but I sure as hell can't throw a fireball or anything. I mean, I'm good with a sword and stuff like that, but no, I don't really know any magic. At least not yet. That's the important thing. Is it's not yet.
The not yet part is promising. I will give you that.
Yes.
Perhaps we will see what you come up with after you are. And Alexa kind of gives a vague wave. The shield on his hand kind of disappearing back into mist. After you have a little experience, so to speak.
I certainly hope so. Kai, if you ever want to teach me how to do rune magic, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I mean, I'm still fairly new to this, but I'm just so excited to learn, and
It is interesting to hear about a different approach. My magic actually comes from my belief in a deity.
Wait a minute. I think I've heard about magic like that. Like, you believe in a god enough to where they actually give you, what is it called? Divine
Think
rights?
of it like divine guiding.
Got
I
it!
am a cleric. I am a cleric of Aethrios, our god of passage.
That's awesome!
There is a story there, but we will find this out.
Can I make some sort of religion check to kind of see if I know of this bird deity?
Huh?
How would... Honestly, I think most of the gods would be known of. Like, you would know... Your bread and butter is, what was it? Ariath? No, that's...
Farah.
Ifara. but you would at least know the names of all the other gods. Now you would probably view them as a little bit more bird-like, because they would take on the features of that you are inhabiting. Whereas someone like Cedric would see them more humanoid. It's kind of, it varies based on the different the physical appearance varies based on the plane that the person is from, but you would at least have heard of Athreos.
Mm-hmm. So upon hearing this, I would kind of look at I would look at Alexei and just be like, my god, my god is Afara.
Really? That is very, very good. I hear that Ifara and Etrios are on good terms.
As of right now, let's pray it stays that way.
Of course.
I can't cast magic yet from afar, but I can do a few tricks myself.
I would be interested in seeing these tricks.
So would I. Show us.
And then I kind of like hold out my left hand, my only free one, and I would cast just a little sacred flame in my own hand, and just hold it out for everyone.
He can cast fireball. Look at that. And I just have the biggest smile on my face.
It's fire. It's not quite.
But it's in a ball shape.
It's actually a sacred flame, like the sacred fire in all of Afara's domains.
What does Bernard's sacred flame look like?
It would be sort of like it. It would be like blue fire. It would be like a sort of very kind of vibrant, kind of mystical fire that kind of like crackles very slowly.
Yeah. Alexei would actually
an eternal fire.
Mm-hmm. Alexei would actually hold out his hand and also conjure a sacred flame, but his has almost a distant light quality, almost like you're looking at a star in the night sky, twinkling and slightly ephemeral, but still bright.
Bucky puts both of his hands on his head. You guys are blowing my mind right now.
These are things you might be able to do as well.
Not hard to do.
I am interested to see that Bernard and I have similar magic, but it apparently is different because of the source.
Well, this flame was actually something that I learned on my own accord. As I've stated, Farah has not blessed me yet with abilities to cast magic. This was made off of my own studies.
I think your studies are very fruitful, Bernard. You should be proud.
I would agree. I am excited for you.
You would get along with Ibbles, my sister.
Really?
I point to Kai.
How so?
She got her magic studying too.
Oh.
Very interesting.
All right. Has anyone left the area that we started in? Which, by the way, if anyone checks their map, the area you guys are in is labeled Hall of Oracles.
All right.
And this is B11, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I imagine I probably haven't moved because I've been too busy talking and also looking over the map that's been given to us.
Mm-hmm.
With like the riddle and like at this point I would probably turn it over. Kai did say that she went over to one of the bookshelves and grabbed a book.
Mm.
But at this point, I would probably flip the map over and go like, guys, there's riddles on the back.
Oh,
Oh, fancy thinking.
And then at that point, I would assume all of us would read the riddles on the
Absolutely.
back.
yes.
Yes. Now, I will say that there is the order I typed them is not necessarily order you guys have to solve them.
Oh,
So if you figure it out, you can just go ahead and go to it. You don't have to wait to do all the other ones before it.
okay. So, Kai, upon reading, these leafy beds aren't always what they seem. Give them a pat and see what you glean. Beelines, like has the book, like trees. I recognize these, and just like I'm gonna. It leaves and she's just very excited. So like just forming a complete thought is kind of a mild struggle. It's just like this.
Same. That's why I stutter.
Leaves are this way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's. We just touch all the leaves, guys. Just
So we're kind of standing like in the Hall of Oracles. She jets somewhere. Bucky goes and tries to touch one of the orbs, and immediately the two children run rampant again. Is what I'm hearing. Fantastic.
well, but it's like
Okay.
I saw the trees as we were walking in, and so I'm like trying to get you guys to come follow me. So she's like, she sees Bucky going to grab it, and she like just grabs, I guess, hand part of the wing, and just tries to pull Bucky away.
Perhaps one of us should go with the other, and one of us should go with chimeras.
You guys hear Stacy pipe up, who has been here the whole time.
The more you are quiet.
Yeah,
She's just been wrangling Bucky.
Yeah,
It
the
does seem
reason
like
he
a
hasn't run off
full-time
until
job.
now. Look, he'll be fine. Give me a minute, and she kind of just. Okay. Bucky, as you are walking down, you are looking straight at the orb. Which, give me a second as I pull up a picture of what you see. You are looking straight down, and you don't. As you're looking at it, you bump right into. Let me show you. Load, please. There we go. This is the room that you guys are currently in. So you are straight at the door.
What was the roll for?
Investigation check.
Ah.
He said he went down to the orb to investigate it.
Gotcha.
That is unfortunate, Kate. Oh no.
I'm assuming that Gio is joking, but this would be really funny if he's not.
Okay, I'm going to need everyone else to make dex, strength, anything. Has anyone followed down?
So I don't know if y'all heard this, but when I saw that Bucky wasn't following me to the trees, and I was trying to get everybody to follow, I was gonna try to reach out and grab wing or arm or whatever I could get my little leafy hands on.
That, yes, she did.
Yeah,
I recall this.
Yeah, and Stacy said she was gonna go get him while she was gonna go wrangle him back.
Okay. So-
But
So
before we get there,
I don't think
this-
Alexi or I are near what's about to happen.
We are not. I would.
right.
I am nowhere close enough to give a strength check.
Cool.
Yeah, neither
me-
am I.
Let me just pull up this stat block here. Okay.
I've decided in my note takings, I'm gonna write down all of the nat ones and nat 20s and what they did.
This is probably a good call.
Nice.
I would love to do
Okay.
that, but I lost my pen. I don't know where it is.
So just do you need a pen?
No, it's just I was writing everything with a purple pen, and now I can find a pink marker, and I want my purple pen.
I'm
Sorry.
back. I apologize.
You're good.
God,
Okay,
God,
good.
she is a fucking nerd.
Damn it.
What is a
Okay.
wizard without her
So,
favorite
Geo.
pen?
A bad wizard, apparently.
It's somewhere on the
It is a
pen,
wizard
Thomas.
thing. You need a special pen to record everything.
Magic ink and 50 gold piece worth of special paper.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So Gio,
Yes.
you were just walking down, and as you are approaching the bottom of the stairway area, you are approaching. You don't see it as you are coming up, and then as soon as you are on top of it, you are about to fall straight into a pool of glowing blue liquid that kind of seems ethereal. I mean, we could do that.
Worry about it later.
Don't worry about that. Focus on what you're doing. I was mainly just asking Cedric, so I didn't interrupt you. But keep doing what you're doing. Ignore the chat.
Okay. As you are about to fall straight into it, you find yourself immediately just stopped and hovering just above it with your beak probably 2 inches away from this liquid.
I wonder
And
if
you-
this is the light that I'm supposed to be ensnared in, or
And then if you're saying that, you're kind of yanked backwards and you fall flat on your ass as your sister is looking down at you and glaring at you.
oh hey Stacy, what's up?
I'm assuming that you and her have gotten into several scrapes and arguments in the past. She has a look on her face that you have seen many times before. That if you push her any bit farther, she is going to kill. She's going to start wailing on you.
You read the clue, right? I'm pretty sure this is what the clue points to, don't you think?
Yes, I read the clue. Yes, I figured it out.
So
No,
here we are.
You're not supposed to get into it.
It said
And she
getting
kind of reaches
snared.
over. She reaches over and just merely dips her hand into the pool.
I kind of look in a little bit of amazement, turn over, and do the same.
As you do, you are kind of overwhelmed by a magical power, and you have a vision of yourself kind of escaping your body just so quickly. You kind of zoom out, you see the entire hall, you see the entire campus, you see the entire pocket dimension that Strixhaven occupies. You keep zooming out until you see multiple planes of existence, and then you keep going until all you see are dots, and you know in your mind that those are different universes. And then you are sucked back into your body. And you look in your hand, you have a potion of healing.
Oh, that was awesome!
And as you do that, Kai literally voices out, "Hey, I found my pen."
That's great. Bucky almost died.
No, I didn't. I got a health potion.
Start time.
What was that, Cedric?
It said, for what looks like the third time.
Guys, I got a potion, and I saw through time and space.
I don't know if that's healthy.
The
Okay,
healing
wait.
potion is perhaps useful.
So my dad came in when all this resolved. What actually happened?
Bucky has just run up to you with a potion of healing in his hand after touching the pool, the ethereal pool in the center of the Hall of Oracles.
So does that mean he solved a riddle, or
Yeah, he solved the riddle.
So I feel
which
like
one?
The first
the
one.
first one ensnarled in light. So I feel like Alexei would also go and touch an orb.
You get the same vision that I just described to Geo. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you have a potion of healing.
Wait, so if I just touch this, I get.
Can I
Yeah,
make a roll?
Just put your hand in. It's awesome.
Sure. Sure.
So I'm asking for a roll because part of my backstory for Alexei is to become one of the followers of Athreos, you kind of have to experience death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if this was akin to that experience.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, I guess. Make a religion check.
I was gonna
That's
do
a
it just to
7.
solve. I was gonna do it just to solve the riddle, but now that you're making it religious, I'm gonna do the Afara thing. Go, well, everyone else is doing it, and I put my hand on it. Community.
You can make a religion check too if you want, or Arcana, honestly, whichever one's better.
Definitely religion, thank you.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Cedric, you said 17?
No. 7.
7. Okay.
Oh no, sir. 7.
Okay.
7.
So, Cedric, you can feel that this is a very much out of body experience, sure. You don't know whether it has to do with any of the gods, but it is very much something that you know that it is supposed to happen to you because you got a reward for doing it. Other than that, you don't know whether it's religious, magic, or just some sort of like prank that someone put onto this pool of water.
So
Shaven,
yeah.
you can tell that this is just a trick that someone put on this water. It's not a prank. It's more of a someone did this for the orientation challenge for each of the first years. It's kind of an issue.
Is it kind of like an Assassin's Creed where you synchronize, where it kind of takes you out and gives you like a grand kind of like overlook of the biblioplex?
That is it's much more broad than the synchronizing, but it is pretty much the premise.
We saw stars.
Because as you kind of like kept like you kept going out, you saw your body, you saw the hall, you keep going out, you see the campus, you see the entire pocket dimension that Strixhaven and like out and out and out and out until you see entire universes appear to you as just what you would think were stars, and then you're snapped back to your body. So again, this is just a kind of like it's like the equivalent of an orientation movie, and then you get the potions. Thank you for watching Orientation. That's what you understand it as.
I gotcha. So while Alexi's having an out-of-body experience, I'm like, oh, this is cute.
Wasn't that awesome?
Kay, did you put your arm in too?
Yes.
Okay, you experienced all of that as well. If you would like to make a check about it, or if you want to just listen to the others.
I'm just like, ooh, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Let me ask, does Kay even care about the religious experience that she just like witnessed as she put her hand in? Or is it just like, oh my
goodness. It was
goodness.
more of, I didn't think this was, okay, I just kind of saw everything. I don't think this normally happens to people, but like, whatever. It's not necessarily like a religious thing for Kay. It's just like, oh, that happened. That was cool.
Cool. For you, yeah.
Healing potion is 2d4 plus 2, right?
I don't have the player's handbook. Kate kept that.
I
You guys
will look it
will-
up.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone that put their hand in has a potion of healing, including Stacy, who right now she is just kind of sticking around because Geo, make a perception check for me, and Kay, make a perception check for me.
17.
17. Reggie's not here. Stacy's here, but not Reggie.
He's probably off doing something. It's cool.
I got an 18.
18.
Yep.
You spot a familiar face in the crowd. Just sitting on one of the steps, waiting for you to notice her.
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Kay takes off.
KK!
Christ.
There's more of them?
More friends!
Oh boy.
Kay, I will let you introduce.
Okay. Oh, I'm a. Oh,
After the big hug that you guys obviously. How long do you guys hold it? Because Andraste's not gonna break it.
I'm gonna say like 10 seconds because it's just like I wasn't expecting to see her here because I know that she's in Prismari, and so I'm like, what?
I will say that the way it's explained is that first years are not allowed to enter the regular or the individual, like they're not allowed to enter Prismari, Quandrix, those campuses. But those students that are actually in those campuses are allowed to freely go from the central campus to their individual.
But that's not what I'm saying. I was saying that she was not expecting to see her here. She figured that she was going to be with her friends.
Okay. Do you say that? Do you like, hey, I wasn't expecting you?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I had to see you on your first day of school, obviously.
Okay, well, I met some people, and like I just kind of take her and I drag her over to the group where I left the group.
As you do this, I think this is where Gio comes in, and this is just more friends.
So
yeah.
Andrea, this is Bucky. He's louder than I am, like, and I think probably louder than you two, which is I didn't know that was possible.
It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Oh, pleasure's mine. I don't think this one's loud. Like, she gives you a side. I don't think anyone's louder than me.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Oh boy, what did you do?
Andraste kind of pats the chest and just, it wouldn't be fair.
Oh, I like you.
And who's this one? And she looks down at Bernard.
So this little guy.
Okay, wait. Hang on. Where are we right now? Because I still haven't moved.
Neither
Yeah.
have
I ran, grabbed Andraste, and brought her back over.
So we're probably still near the light orbs.
Yeah, right where you were when you pretty much just had your out-of-body experience.
Okay.
So basically, they ran away. Me and Alexi were just kind of having a conversation, looking at the map or the riddles probably as we're just having a conversation, and then you guys bring her over, and I kind of look up from my from the little piece of parchment, and I kind of take my glasses off and put them. I do that thing where people take their sunglasses and put them on the V of their shirt.
Yes.
But I kind of just put it on my armor, and I just kind of like clip it on, and I look up at this new person.
Mm-hmm.
So since we've met your siblings, Bernard, this is my older sister. She's sorry, my brain just fudged. Prismari, and this is her second year.
Nice to meet you, Bernard.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And then I bow politely.
Oh, wow. Okay. She kind of does like a curtsy bow where she kind of bends at the knees but still bows.
Bucky actually jumps back in for a second and goes, "Oh, crap! Were we supposed to bow? I can do that really quick." And I bow too.
She looks
It is polite, Bucky. Yes.
she looks back. It's fine. It's fine. It just pats Bucky on the back of his head. You don't. I'm not. I'm just another student, guys.
Thanks for catching me on that, Bernard. I need to be more polite.
Uh, yeah, you guys. I mean, you can do it to the teachers and the instructors. I'm. Look, I'm just.
Banner, you're gonna have to wait for a second.
Um, and
With all due respect, ma'am, it's part of my culture.
all right, I'll give you that. And who's this one?
This is Alexi.
Uh-huh. Nice to meet you.
It is good to meet you as well. I heard Kemeris say that you are a second year.
Yes, I just chose my college.
That is very exciting. How did you find your first year?
It was very eye-opening. You will all if your first years are anything like mine, you will find yourselves.
Let us hope our first year is like yours then.
Uh, Bucky, that is probably where you say that. Um, if you are challenging Andraste Ophandris to a volume match, we are going to settle that
It's at
We're gonna
this
settle that.
point when I hear that that's gonna happen, Bernard would take his leave.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna start. Okay. So are the rest of you going to stick together, or are you going to go separate ways? Because I will say that each of these clues has to be solved by the individual themselves.
Okay.
So you can't.
I would definitely prefer if we like come together. So like if anyone, Bernard would just kind of take everyone and go. Introductions are good, but we should really try and finish this so we can explore on our own.
Oh yeah, the challenge. Have fun with that.
Yes.
I'm obviously second year. Already did it. Can't tell you anything. So, but have fun.
Bernard's right. We need to keep figuring this.
Thank you.
Where do you think we should go next, little buddy?
I think we should head for over there, and I point towards B13.
B13. Okay.
Kai, weren't you going to go to those leafy plant things?
Kai is not in the room at the moment. She is letting the dog out.
Ah.
B13. Okay.
Till we have any other instinct, perhaps sticking together is not the worst option. That way, if there is a clue solved, the rest of us can at least, like in this instance, make use of the other's knowledge.
I can tell you guys, it's probably better to solve this thing as a group. I had a hard time at first. Obviously, Kay can tell you, not the most brightest person. Well, not the most intelligent person. But once I found my group, things clicked.
That is good advice. We appreciate the perspective from someone who has gone through this challenge.
No problem. So
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Andraste. Andraste Ophandris.
We'll have that screaming match later, Andraste. First, we got to finish up this here scavenger hunt.
Tell you what, we'll call it a rain check, but I'll see you around, Buck.
Same to you, ma'am. And I bow just like Bernard showed me. And I head off to B13 with Bernard.
Bernard, in seeing this, after he hears that the screaming match isn't going to take place, and then he sees the bow, he kind of like nods once and is proud of himself and walks away.
Did I do a good job, Bernard?
You did splendid.
Yes! And I just kind of do this, clench into the fists like I did a good job. And come on, buddy, let's go to B13. Or wherever that is. Let's go that Let's go that direction.
I schnickle over to B13.
What? Schnickle?
Because I sound like a coin purse when I walk because of my chainmail.
Sorry.
So yeah, with that,
I stated this.
Kay, Andraste would kind of like be like, I can't be involved in this. I can't give you guys any help, but she did say that while you were gone that everyone should stick together and solve it as a team because it's much easier that way, but that's all she could tell you. So, look, I'll see you around campus. Obviously, second year, first years don't interact with any upperclassmen too much, but tell you what, if you ever want to hang out, just come to the Stixhaven campus and I'll let you in for a little bit.
Okay.
She sees the little timid answer and just kind of hugs you. I love you.
Love you too. Be safe.
You too. And kind of does like the finger guns at you and backs away.
Bisexual finger guns.
Haha.
Yes.
Ah.
I think Alexei would kind of have waited for Kai and is like, well, we have decided we wanted to stick as a group. Would you prefer to stick with us or would you like to go on your own?
No, I'll stick with you guys. You guys seem pretty cool.
We appreciate it, but it looks like the others are headed in that direction. And Alexei will point out to B13.
Okay, well, I will head on that way.
And Alexei will follow.
All
Luke
right.
sticks back for a little bit, just kind of staying about 6 feet behind everyone else for now.
Okay.
5 feet. Let's make it easy for Let's make it easy for measurement purposes. Just 5 feet.
Fair.
Keeping one cube back.
Just real quick, Cedric, just make a quick perception for me.
All right. First crit of the night, baby.
Wow.
On a perception check, no less.
Yay.
How fucking fitting.
How fitting. All right. Let me do something here real quick. You guys, let me set up a scene for you as you guys head to your next place. The next place you guys head is labeled the amphitheater. When you guys get there, it is kind of a large, lavish stage. Curtains are drawn back to reveal some performers on stage. They're kind of practicing for an opening night of a beginning of the year production. There's some people like reciting poems. There's some people singing. Otherwise, it's just kind of a loud cacophony of sounds, and people are kind of practicing their individual acts, if you will. And there are bright floodlights that are on the perimeter of the stage, and they're equal, for some reason, equal to the number of people in your party. There are 5, because Stacy is still with you.
Cool. What did the nat 20 on perception give Alexei?
Something that he will only know himself in a second.
Gotcha. Okay.
So as that's going on, I look to Bernard. So what clue makes you think we're gonna find something here, buddy?
I kind of puff out my chest, look down at the letter, and just go. Some stars are ancient, enduring, and bright. but others, maybe you, are born on opening night. I was thinking, stage play opening night. Maybe that's something.
That sounds right to me.
Oh. I mean, I was thinking it may have something to do with the time of day, but maybe you're right.
And then at that point, I would kind of walk up the stairs with the intent to introduce myself to the performers first, but kind of just like waiting for something to happen, maybe. And I understand that Ed is typing, so that is fine.
Yes. If you start to head towards the stage, it's kind of again a loud cacophony of noises that really doesn't look like anybody would be paying attention to you specifically. Really, it's not. You kind of get the vibe that you're not supposed to be on the stage because it is kind of people practicing for a performance. But make a insight check for me.
That one.
Ah!
You think you're supposed to be performing up there for some reason.
Go for it, little dude!
I look around. Nothing seems to be happening. So I guess I would start to pull out my book of poetry and look for something to read.
As he's doing, you said that there were like stage lights that were in front.
Yes.
Can I like go up to one and kind of move it to try to get the light to like shine on Bernard?
Make a quick investigation check or perception, whichever's better.
That is an 18.
You notice a little recess behind each light, between the light and the stage, and see a lantern filled with oil. And that is how these lights kind of work. They kind of reflect onto the stage. Kind of like the old-timey ways of creating light on a performance stage, but kind of more grander because they have magic to be able to support it and make bigger lights. But doesn't say. And I do apologize, Cedric, but I'm trying to do two things at once here.
Handle the big group first.
Yeah.
The struggles of a DM.
I completely understand.
As you approach the recess, you notice that the clue that the last clue actually starts to glow. And you kind of get a sense that that means that finding this this hooded lantern that completes you finish the clue. You infer that these clues are not for you to actually accomplish too much more than just introducing you to it's an orientation.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like, oh, you have to solve this to find the riddles of the universe.
Yeah.
So but yeah, you see that finding the lantern completes the clue.
Guys.
Huh?
Look at the clue. Look at the clue. Look at the clue.
Yeah? What about it?
Wasn't it? It was. It's like
Now, is
now?
it just hers glowing? Because I'm still on the stage.
Yeah, and I'm still near Bernard.
It is just hers because you have not done the action that. Well, I suppose if you see her doing what she does, you would see the light because you've gone on the stage, haven't you?
I am on the stage looking through my book of poetry to perform,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cheering
Yeah,
him
much
on.
to my much to Bernard's dismay.
You look back at the lantern, and as you do, you see the glow come from your little sheet of paper, and as it lights up as soon as you spot the lantern.
Now, is the lantern like if I am so let's just paint the image here. If I am smack dab center forward stage on B13, where are the floodlights from there?
They're kind of equidistant. They're spaced equally around the stage itself to kind. So I'd say you're probably within 10 feet of one.
Oh, okay. Well, the point of my question was, do my head do a swivel? But if it's in front of me, then no, it wouldn't.
Well, are you facing forward or are you facing backwards? Like, are you facing
Again, I am performing stance, looking at my book of poetry, so I'm facing towards the Hall of Oracles. So if it's
All right.
if it's in front of me and I see it, then I would close my book and go over to the lantern.
Yes, that's exactly what happens then. Because if you're facing forward, you don't need to swivel your head.
What did you guys do?
I generally wouldn't say this, but come towards the light.
You got it! And I fly over to her direction.
I chink down the stairs.
I then look at the light that Kai's looking at.
As soon as you look at it, your clue lights up as well.
Nice find, Key.
Hi.
Oh,
Or-
I'm sorry.
After my clue glows as I look at the light, I go, inside of Bernard's head, immediate relief, and he just puts his book of poetry. He's like, "Oh, good."
That was an awesome find, Kai.
I mean, I was gonna, light the stage for Bernard, but apparently,
No. I love this solution a lot more.
I'm glad that you find it amiable.
That's a big word. I don't know what that means.
I think the word you're looking for, Kate, is amenable.
Thank you.
I was gonna say amicable, but that's not the right one.
Y'all are using big words again.
I pat Bucky's thigh.
Kai takes out her notebook and just get Bucky thesaurus.
That's a big word again. Stop it.
Okay, that's two down, three to go. But Bucky got the first one. Kai and I kind of did the second one together. So where to now?
I think Kai was on a lead for the other one, that leafy green thing, weren't you, Kai?
I mean, as we were coming in.
Yeah,
and I think at this point they might notice I'm missing.
No. As they were talking, I was about to go, Alexi, any ideas? Alexi? And I kind of swivel my head.
Huh? Hey, wait, where'd Alexi go? Damn it! Now we lost him. Now we lost another member.
Okay. Must stick with group. Will not run off again. Alexi.
I think you and I might need to share that note.
For Alexi's nat 20, I'm just gonna write, they went missing.
Mm-hmm.
I will explain later.
That's okay. I almost had to make the stutterer perform.
Can I use a perception check to try to find Alexi?
Uh, sure, go ahead.
Can I roll survival to try and track down Alexi?
If you want.
14.
11.
13. You know he's not in the amphitheater area. And the last place you saw him was in the Hall of Oracles.
Obviously, he's back in the Hall of Oracles. Let's go, everybody.
Does an 11 get me?
You pick up his scent, and you know that it is heading back towards the Hall of Oracles.
I agree. Let's go.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I follow Bucky.
I about face and follow the two of them.
We'll get to the plants in just a little bit, I promise.
Okay. Alexi.
Would I hear them calling for me?
Hey, yo, Alexei!
Okay, give me a second, guys. I am going to finish something here, and then we will go pick it up.
No worries.
I didn't mean to split the party, guys.
No,
you're good.
You're not the first one to do so.
This is the time to do it when we're not in any danger.
That
Yeah.
we know of.
It's orientation. What could go wrong?
It's not like we're playing a D&D adventure.
It is weird going back to my stuttering ways when I've worked so hard to not.
Sure, but this time think of it like you have control.
Oh, and for the most part, I think I do. Especially now that I can just go back to talking like I normally do. I think I'm doing pretty well.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, I don't think I ever would have noticed unless you had said something.
Yeah, right?
So Cedric, they nod, and that is when you hear Buck shouting, "Alexei!"
I look around, kind of give a smile and say, please let me know if... Okay, I'm going to do something really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But this is pretty normal for Alexei. He's actually going to reach into his mouth, pop out one of his teeth, and hand it to Win. Says, you may use this to call me.
What the fuck?
It's one of the gifts of the Hexbloods. I can use a lock of my hair, one of my nails, or one of my teeth as a token, and I can have that person basically cast a message spell on me from within 10 miles.
That's fucking awesome, but gross.
Yes.
Wynn takes it and understands the meaning behind it, and just gives a slight nod and kind of gestures and puts the tooth back in their pocket.
Alexei will go in the direction of Bucky's voice, being like, Hello, Bucky. Bucky, it is good to see you. Did you find out its answer to one of the riddles?
Yeah, it turns out it was a lamp. Follow us. Slowpoke.
For time purposes, we will say that he shows you back to the stage, shows you the answer to the riddle, and you guys find yourself back in the Hall of Oracles.
Sounds good.
Okay, gang. So that was my plan. Bucky had the Hall of Oracles. So Kai and Alexi, where to now?
I believe Kai wished to go to the leafy areas, as perhaps the fourth clue should give us. I think that is a grand idea.
Yes. It's because I saw the trees when we were coming in. So let's go.
Right behind you.
For being detained. I will explain in a moment when we have some time. But let us finish the riddles first.
You need to explain something?
I encountered someone.
Oh, okay. Lead the way, Kai.
And so
We're headed off to B9.
B9.
Bingo.
Strixhaven Bingo, where you can actually have Cthulhu 7.
Okay, so B9. Well, if you head, let's just say that because you are probably closer to the side of the hall that's closest to the amphitheater, we're going to go to the one that's up at the top because both of those octagonal shapes are are B9. So you get there, and it is the map labels it as the Book Garden. When you get there, there are a couple. There's actually a lot of foliage for something that is indoors. There are a few students sitting around, kind of just studying in the grass, studying the actual foliage, and then there are some shrubbery that seems to move on its own, even without the aid of wind.
I don't think they're supposed to be doing that.
I am perhaps this is not normal. Where I am from, there are plants that do move on their own, so perhaps I am unusual in this, but this looks perfectly natural to me.
Can I roll some kind of like nature check to get a beat on this?
Weren't
Sure,
we supposed to pat
everyone
the
think-
green?
Sorry, what was that, Bucky?
That didn't roll. That was the same fucking thing. Okay, well, I guess we're going with that. 5, please.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Weren't
got
we
nothing.
supposed
This
to?
isn't
Oh wait, no, nature 3.
3? Okay, yeah, these you're pretty sure nature don't move on its own. That's not right.
Gio's been trying to say something, and we've been kind of overrunning him.
So
Gio, what did you wanna say?
I turn the clue back over, and pat the green and see what you glean. I guess we're supposed to pat the grass, maybe.
It's not a bad idea.
No.
I will be the first one to try this. How about that?
I'll race you to it, and I immediately run for it.
Oh, moi.
I follow with a very nervous hand on the hilt of my sword.
I immediately, like 2 hands, pat the biggest, greenest thing I see.
You shove your hands into the bush, and you are immediately like
Eaten. You're immediately dead. Congratulations.
You take 3 piercing damage as
God.
thorns kind of scratch you, and then as you pull your hands out, the bush kind of reveals a small plush, what looks like a grub.
Good
Ow!
thing he's not a wizard who dumped Khan, Ed?
Fuck you.
Ha ha. Ha.
That hurt like hell. I immediately drink the
now-
potion.
Now don't drink.
No, I'm not.
Now does everyone see this, or is it just Bucky?
You two, if anyone chased after Bucky, which would include Stacy as well,
Yes.
anyone who chased after him would see this.
I would definitely have followed, if anything, just to strike if an enemy came out. Please describe this grub to me.
This grub is kind of it is very short. It's probably probably a foot in length. Very round and plush. It's not an actual animal. It's like a stuffed animal, though.
Oh, it's stuffed? Oh, okay, because I was going to say describe it on a scale of 1 to tasty, but if it's not real, then I have no interest in it.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you want to make a nature, perception, or survival or something to see if you find any grubs, like,
You've
sure.
you've already said that this grub that has struck my comrade in arms here is fake. So I am not interested.
To be fair, it is also 1/3 of your size.
This is true. So to you, this
Listen,
stuffed thing who caused damage to your comrade it's a decent size. It's not big, but it could probably hold its own if it were actually real.
I I uh I move away and I go to touch some other kind of flora on this little area.
All right. Does anyone else follow suit?
Yes.
Can I
Also,
can
yeah, we're
I
all
can
gonna stick
I
our hands in.
can I touch grass, please?
Roll to touch
You
grass.
you touch grass. Does anyone? Everyone's just touching grass.
No, Alexei will actually reach into the same place that Bucky reached in.
Okay. Kate, what are you doing?
So I'm not reaching in. I'm like coming down upon gently. I don't want to like push. I just want to gently like lay my hand.
Okay. Cedric and Kate, or Alexi and Kay, you guys lay your. Alexi, you kind of reach into and gently just kind of insert your hand. It kind of opens up before your hand and reveals another stuffed grub.
I will take the plushie, and if I could have a second, I'm actually going to cast a healing word on Bucky because
Don't worry
Bucky.
about it. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Uh,
If Bucky's looking bloodied, this is concerning.
It's
Three
fine.
damage is actually a lot at the beginning. Like that left scars.
It is a D4 of damage, dude, and you are reckless. You know what? Here, Stacy comes up to you and is like, "Dude, you need to calm down. It is the first day, and you already look like shit."
Never! And I immediately fly off.
A instructor sees this,
Oh, for
yells,
fuck's sake.
"No flying in the biblioplex," and casts kind of an altered earth bind to you as you are slammed.
That
Well, not
that
slammed.
has to feel so emasculating. Holy shit! A bird that just got its wings clipped? Are you kidding me?
To the ground.
Wait, did I just fall flat on my face?
No. You are gently brought to the ground. Like I said, it's a modified earthbind, but you are now earthbound for the time being. I mean, there are rules to the library. Can't fly around.
Sorry that you. I look at Stacey and I'm like, I'm sorry that you've had to put up with this the whole life. Are you like the good child?
Surprisingly, no. That's Reggie.
Honestly,
He's a good boy.
this is probably very exciting, however. Bucky does tend to lead us in interesting directions.
Yeah,
It's nice to have a guinea pig.
True.
You know
That is
what?
one way to look at it.
this is very true. I never thought of it that way.
To have Bucky be like, just testing the limits, like.
Hey, Buck,
Hey,
touch that.
Buck,
And she
you should
points
do
at
that.
the thorn bush.
Perhaps we should protect Bucky from now on. It looks like he is having a rough day.
Yeah.
First
God,
of all,
yeah.
I heard
Hey.
everything, you jacks.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
we said was something insulting. You are perhaps the most interesting person I have met all day.
I'm not your
I-
guinea pig. I'm going away. And I immediately had to 3B. Or no, not what was it? What's the one that I think that it is?
B3.
Yeah, I think it's B3. I just start
Okay.
walking.
Uh,
No, B2 is what I'm thinking.
As you kind of storm off, Stacy like chases every. But come on, don't be like that. And we kind of pan back to the rest of the group. Kay, you gently pat the bush on its leaves. It kind of does a little shudder, and you see little sparkles kind of come off of it, as if that is exactly what it wanted you to do, to reveal a stuffed grub.
I just kind of like lift up the stuffed grub and just like holding it like a cat, like how you just kind of pick up a cat baby style and just gently stroke the what I assume would be the top of the grub.
I see this, and I go in to do the same.
You pat the bush. It does the little shudder and sparkle and opens up and gives you your own plush grub.
So I could just add plush grub to my inventory.
I think
Yes, you all can.
mascot would be accurate.
Yeah. Can I grab a second one for Bucky?
Bucky.
I have one.
Yeah, he
Oh, okay.
had one. He shoved his hand into the bush. That's why it kind of.
Gotcha.
That's the thing. It's like if you are aggressive with these bushes, it attacks you. If you are neutral with these bushes, it just all right. Here you go. If you actually do it at once and pet it, it kind of does the little ooh, thank you, and
Yes.
it gives you yes. So, but the point is, it gives you the plush grub, which another student sitting by is like, oh yeah, that's it's a Witherbloom mascot. There you go.
At this point, going immersed into my character here, just something that I was thinking of, and I would probably think Bernard would maybe connect the dots too. He would look over. After he hears that, he would look over the clues again and goes, "Oh, it makes sense. All of these riddles are akin to each of the houses."
One for each college. It makes sense. So the next one would actually make sense if we looked into the books. Lorehold.
Alumni Commission works when they retire, seeking promising mages to inspire. Books.
Exactly. Books or other artwork that we can see in this place. But I feel like books is the more accurate.
Didn't we see a bunch
perhaps
of
Everyone make a investigation or insight check with advantage because you kind of have a guide.
So this would be either Lorehold or Prismari, because works would actually mean like art or something.
18 on investigation?
Cool.
12 on investigate.
Cool.
Investigate.
Yeah, investigation or insight.
Yeah, that's a 9 for Alexi.
Insight would be better at a soft 20 for me.
If it's insight, that's slightly better for me. That's a 12.
Okay. You all figure this out, but Bernard, you are the first one. There's a key for each of these things. So if you guys, let me see if I can get a picture. I'll see. I'd have to type them all out. So each of these things are pointing towards different. The clues refer to a different section of the biblioplex, obviously. There are things that are like, let's see, B5, which is the student store. B6, which is the cafe. B9, which you guys found out are the book garden. B10 are all the stacks of books.
Mm-hmm.
B13 is the amphitheater. But with a soft 20, Bernard, you see one labeled B12, the Student and Alumni Art Gallery.
The map confused me. I thought the front stuff was where the alumni stuff was.
No, Prismari would have been the stage, sir, because Prismari are the performers.
Yeah.
True. Could also have been Silverquill.
So Silverquill, would be B12, honestly,
It
Same.
might.
because that's commission works. That'll be where like the poems go and like
Hmm.
all like the various.
You are
works.
more probably correct.
Not discrediting you, because Prismari and Silverquill are kind of similar in that regard.
It's more like which aspect of art do you go literary or do you go more
Basically,
dance or music?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Bernard would lead the way to B12.
All right. So you guys enter the Student and Alumni Art Gallery.
But not before I would well, I mean, I would inform Alexi and Kay or Kai, sorry, of what I thought we would go to, but I would want to go and check up on Buck first before we moved on.
Yeah, we should go grab Buck first.
Yes.
Bucky, you kind of go off and sulk, and Stacy kind of comes up behind you like, Buck, come on, we're just, this is nothing we haven't done before. Did we strike too much of a nerve there?
Bucky just kind of closes his eyes and kind of squints really tight and clenches his beak, tightens up every muscle really hard, almost as if he's trying to get everything to just be really stiff for a minute. See him squinting, clenching his beak. And then finally he lets go and he goes, "Nah, you're right, Stacy. Sometimes I can be pretty thick-headed. Oh, you know what? This isn't what I thought it was on the map. I could have sworn this was like an observatory of past works and stuff like that. We must have gone in the wrong direction or something like that. We best get back to the other crew. Yeah, yeah. Let's. Oh, here they come right now. Hey guys, I was going the wrong direction. That's completely my fault.
As you are kind of like shuffling along, Stacy kind of puts a hand on your chest because I'm assuming you're trying to walk past her.
I mean, not really. I'm just kind of pointing and waving and talking really loud like I always do.
Stacy just kind of like, Buck, and she just kind of looks at you as like, because you and Stacy are your hatchmates, which essentially almost means you are twins. You are fraternal twins.
Triplets, technically.
Triplets. Triplets, yes. But you and Stacy have always had kind of a more closer bond than you and Reggie. And honestly, than Stacy and Reggie. You and her growing up, have had one of the stronger bonds. You are both kind of bold. You are both forward thinking. Well, not forward. You are both action takers. Stacy in the aspect of trying to keep her family safe, and you in the aspect of trying to
do the exact opposite.
Not necessarily be reckless, but you are trying to be bold and find your adventure or what have you. And
like your papa.
Yeah. Essentially, she knows that you are just trying to be like your dad. And she kind of just puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, "You all right, bud?"
I'm always fine, Stace. You know me. Everything just rolls off the back every now and then. I just wish you didn't see me quite so much as a burden, that's all. And I just kind of move past and go, "Hey guys, sorry, I went the wrong direction. I thought this was. I could have sworn I saw some exhibits up front that had some of the previous students' works, but turns out it was just a bunch of tables. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lead you in the wrong direction.
It's fine. I think that clue number 2 is going to be right here, and I point to B12 on the map.
You know what? You're probably right, Bernard. How about we just go that direction, huh?
I nod and start shuffling away.
I try to take off to hover like I have been doing, and then I remember, oh right, I'm under a spell.
All right, this library fucking blows.
and I walk, and then I remember, oh wait, Kai taught me how to skip, and I immediately start skipping down towards the to B12.
Skips aggressively.
All right, you guys head towards the Student and Alumni Art Gallery. It is very clean and sharp looking. There are clean white walls and columns.
No. Banner. Come here.
Alrighty then.
No banner.
Oh, no
Sorry,
banner.
Banner was about to lie down on the iPad.
Oh no. Yeah, there are various columns stretching from the floor to the ceiling, and displayed on them are various art pieces, either done by alumni or there are portraits of certain alumni. And here you also find another student. This student is a elf with kind of blonde, messy hair with a sort of a greenish tint to it, and is trying to recruit some students for a. Well, it looks like he's trying to recruit.
Bernard is fully invested in trying to figure out this next riddle.
And I am following in Bernard's footsteps.
I'm just like, I go up to him, like, what you doing?
Oh, hi there. I am trying to recruit for the live action role playing guild that I am trying to organize.
Oh God, he's a larper.
What's a
fuck.
larper? Wait, live action roleplay. Oh, is that one of those anachronet? Damn it!
I go to say something to Bucky, but then this man shouts, and I'm like, oh no, another shouter.
Yes, I am here to recruit for our live action role playing guild, and I am heading it. My name is Cadorus he wouldn't say it this badly, but he said his name.
Elvish names are hard.
It is so hard. And you know what? I'm gonna type it out because this is stupid.
Cadorus de Melawar.
T-A-M-E.
Cadorus de Melawar.
The Melawar. Oh boy, that's a hell of a name.
Yes.
Elvish is hard and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Cadorus.
Tell
LARP.
me, do any of you have combat experience?
Right here! I literally hold my arm up.
Wonderful. How would you like to get some practice in without actually getting hurt?
Wait, like sparring? I mean, I've done sparring, but
Is almost sparring, but there is more of a performance to it, if you will.
performance? I don't get
Yes.
it. Oh.
We go on grand adventures. We save many a kingdom. It's actually quite thrilling.
Wait, you guys actually save kingdoms without ever getting hurt?
Well, not really. We play out scenarios, if you will.
Scenario. Oh, you mean like war game combat? I've heard about stuff like this. You take two armies and put them.
Close enough.
Whoa!
Now tell me, do you have any special armor, special equipment, or uh, any special skills?
I can fly.
Wonderful! Would you like to join the live action role playing guild?
I don't
Love to
know.
have you.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds interesting and all, but
Uh, you hear behind you. What are you, chicken?
who said that?
You see your sister smirking right behind you. And she kind of walks up. So is this thing just a club or is it an actual extracurricular? Oh, it counts for school credits. Yes, it's an extracurricular.
Oh my god, LARPing is a curricular.
If you're gonna do something,
Christ
that's not the worst
almighty.
thing to do.
You know what?
I mean, it's the easiest, to be honest.
Stacy then is like, all right, where do I sign up? And Kadoris says, wonderful. Sign right here and hands her a clipboard.
You know what,
And
sis?
She takes it, and while looking straight at you, without looking at the paper, signs her name.
You know what, sis? I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna find some curriculars with my friends.
You know, I will enjoy this.
Yeah, good. Go have fun. I turn around and I start looking at something that's not even like the answer to the riddle. I'm just it could be like it could be a horseshoe and I'm just studying it like crazy.
That sounded so like callous. What the fuck? Like, well, yeah. Enjoy that, sis.
I will, bro.
Christ.
I throw a raspberry at her and I look back at the horseshoe or whatever's in front of me.
Are you
She doesn't react. She just hands the clipboard back to Kadoris.
Are you
And-
sure you don't want to do that?
Not if she's doing it and she's gonna act all uppity about it. She always thought she was better than me.
I
I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah,
Just
don't worry
curious.
about it.
I
mean-
I put a hand on Bucky's thigh and I go, don't worry about it. There's plenty of other different extracurriculars you can do.
Cool. I'm gonna do one that's even cooler than LARPing.
Do you do that?
The bar is in the floor.
Hey now.
And then I turn around and walk further into this, just looking at anything that could
with
possibly be the
with
answer.
renewed passion, like she signed up for the worst club ever. I will win this, and I literally follow Bernard, and I have a newfound respect. Like I am following Bernard.
After, as you guys go to walk away, Kadoris actually says after you start leaving, if you're looking for the answer to your for the orientation challenge, I've already solved it. Would you like to know?
No.
I mean, well, I am a fellow first year, and that would technically be considered me just helping your group.
You signed
say
up my
most-
sister, and therefore I do not accept your help.
Alexei is going to go up to Kadoris
Fair enough.
and with his pupilless eyes look at him and say, "Are you implying we are not intelligent enough to solve it ourselves?"
Not at all, sir. Just offering my services.
Well, I think your club is helpful. Please do not doubt us again.
I never said I doubted you, sir.
Now go away.
I'm actually standing right here at my own table, sir.
Well, then I'm gonna
I
go away.
I walk over to this fucking nerd. I look up at him and I just go, Where is it?
Ah, yes. It is over in the storage closet. back there.
Please. Just you get 3 words.
Storage.
No theatrics. Just show us. And then
He-
as yeah,
He
go
gets
for it.
this defeated look as this small little bird tells him, I don't want you to do what you love doing. So please get to the fucking point. He kind of looks down at you and is like, it's in the storage area.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
No.
Bernard, nice to meet you. I bow very quickly and aggressively and go stomp over to the storage room.
Bernard, do we really have to bow to him?
Aggressively.
Bernard, do we really have to? I don't want to bow to this man. I don't want to bow. And I just follow Bernard to the storage closet.
I think that's gonna be my new favorite emote. Is just bows aggressively.
And the whole time I'm like, you bowed to him? He signed up my sister. He's the enemy. I don't want to bow to him. Just kind of storm my way to the closet.
He signed up your sister for an extracurricular. It's not like he's dating her.
Oh, just you wait.
No,
It's gonna get
no.
worse.
No. That's a possibility. Now, the reason for the aggression is because Scott is also a performer, and I hate Scott. Scott sucks.
I officially do not like this man, so therefore I agree. Scott also sucks.
There you go. Easy.
Who's the one that said like it's not like he's dating her?
That was me.
That was Kai.
Okay.
She walks up to you and it's like, he's not exactly my type.
You picked your group, Stacy. I have mine. I ain't bound to that man. He sucks.
Alexi, as you say that, as I'm mumbling and stomping off, you
Two
say that.
birds stomping off.
You say that, I look at you and I go, my brother Scott's a performer. He's a dick, and I open the doors to the storage area. Ugh. He's got chlorine hair.
Nope, he's not there.
Will, Kai, could you answer a question for
God.
me?
Shoot.
Is having a family always like this? Because perhaps I did not miss anything by not having the experience.
No. Family is great. You met Norm. Norm's the best.
Did seem like a very pleasant fellow.
Not to mention, my dad, the Storm King, is one of the greatest people I've ever met.
My parents are wildly generous. Not to mention Andraste, Kai's sister.
I agree. Adraste seemed really nice to me.
Everyone I have met has seemed somewhat nice, but your relationship with Stacy seems, how do you say, contentious.
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Stacy's always had a leg up on me because she's more of an academic than I am. And sometimes she can just
your ass.
Sometimes she can just believe that she's I think the way that most people would put it is superior some bitch. But to be honest,
You do know I'm standing right here.
not talking to you. You go back to your LARPing boyfriend to where we can't hear you. I literally closed the closet door behind me.
It wasn't a closet. It was just the storage area. There was no door.
Yeah, there's. Well, I mean, there's a door to the storage area, but once you're in the storage area, there's no doors.
Damn it! I try to find a door and I'm like, damn it! I can't close it. Can we solve this, please, so we can get out of here?
Yeah, can I make some kind of roll or something?
Make an investigation check.
Can I do it with advantage? Because I was
Sure.
I was helped by Nerd Boy.
Yes.
Thank God for advantage. That's avoiding a nat 1.
Thank God.
Investigation. No, I didn't. Well, unless an 8 does it, but I don't think an 8 does it.
Javen,
Nope.
has the nat ones been consistent across the dice, or are they the same dice?
No, you know well and good that every time I get a nat 1, I display it shamefully.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was figuring, but I was hoping that it was just one offender instead of many.
Currently, I have one of the Rick and Morty D20s on display, as well as my very first dice, the Sky Blue D20.
God
Oh,
damn.
dang.
Yep.
Anyone else would like to make an investigation check?
I'll do
You
it.
know what? I might as well.
Yeah.
Do
Tiny
it
dice.
with advantage because you guys are all with each other.
All right, tiny dice, don't fail me now, because tiny dice rolled my crit.
23.
23.
Yeah, I with advantage.
15.
15. What was that, Cedric? Oh.
Put it in the chat.
Oh.
Oh my.
Buck, you come across a picture.
In your fit of rage.
Your bit of rage, yeah. And you're the one that you come across a picture of an old woman. This woman seems to be kind of just sitting on a cliffside, kind of cross-legged, just like sitting like she was being painted. Like this painting was actually like hand painted, which is very uncommon for magic users these days. They kind of use more arcane methods, but this one is actually a hand painted picture of there is a label, or there is a the term for it, plaque. There's a placard on the bottom that says what is her name again? J something. Sorry, excuse me. So many names I have to keep track of here. Jadzi. Jadzi. And she's just
Jad.
Z-I. Z is in zebra.
Z is in Zacophalis.
How dare you say Z improperly?
You know what?
I was kind of thinking the same thing, Cedric.
No, that's just me being an annoying Canadian. Leave me alone.
No.
You know, Cedric, that was very Demelawar of you. I would
It
kindly
was.
ask you don't.
The fuck am I hearing?
Demelawar was the
Don't worry
fucking
about it.
nerd we just left. Anyway, who the fuck is Jadzi?
This is it says Jadzi, current Oracle of Strixhaven.
Oracle of Strixhaven. That's important.
Yes.
Oracle being the highest ranking? Or no?
Give me insight or history.
I was gonna say I'd argue this would be history, not insight. Hey
Yeah.
An 11.
11. It's
11.
pretty common knowledge at Strixhaven. Yes, this is the head of Strixhaven, the Oracle Jadzi.
Current
Damn.
Oracle. parentheses, head honcho.
Yep.
Big deal.
Mm-hmm. And as you find this picture, the clue lights up.
Nice.
Well, you now have solved 4 out of the 5 clues, if I'm...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you mentioned the cafeteria in the cafe.
Yes.
Based off of my insight roll for number 3. So at this point, when it all lights up, I would look to the rest and I go, in to guide us to our reward.
I would agree. It sounds like something could be tasty or thirst quenching, if you will.
I do not know about you, but I could use a cup of coffee.
To the cafeteria, gang.
I feel like as soon as he says gang, Alexei smiles a little smile and just kind of keeps up with them.
All right. And everyone is following your intrepid.
As soon as we solve the puzzle, Bucky books it out of the room to get away from his sister as much as possible.
To the cafeteria, gang.
Bucky, please come with us. We do not just run away.
Follow me!
Please slow down. I have little legs and very heavy armor.
Would you like to be carried?
I'm very heavy, sir.
I'll go slow him down. Don't worry about it. And Stacy kind of goes after Bucky. Just
no. Oh, she's already gone. Damn. All right, to the cafeteria, and I very excitedly chink along to the cafeteria.
So we have the party all kind of coalesces at the front of the Biblioplex at the Biblioplex Cafe. You arrive at a bit of a chaotic mess. It is clear that a lot of the students found this clue very easy. Not that they, not it was difficult, but this one was also a very
the easiest.
It was
easiest
easy,
of them all, probably.
Yeah.
Pretty on the nose. And so most of the first year student body is already here right now. And so when you get in there, there's a lot of people just kind of standing around with a coffee or a snack. Some people, all the tables are taken up, so there is no sitting room in the actual cafe itself. And you all look at the front counter and see one single person running the counter. And that is
geez.
What?
Geez, we're gonna be waiting here for at least 45 minutes.
Perhaps somebody should step in and help them?
As you say that, Alexei, you hear the person running the counter says, "Oh yes, I would love some help, please."
I'm on it! And I head to the back.
Alexei takes off his coat and rolls up his sleeves. Just like, well, this is not the worst thing I have ever done.
Oh, you are all so wonderful. I have been asking so many of these students to help me all day, and all of them think I'm actually just putting on an act here. This is all of my day shift called out today. I am the only one running this.
That is quite unfortunate.
This is very unfortunate. Where would you like us to help? How may we be of best help?
Actually, if you could help me restock things right now, and you kind of see like a bakery display case that is pretty much all but empty. There kind of are like little coffee, those big pots that you go into a gas station that they have the coffee just sitting in, where they kind of
yeah.
yeah. Those are all empty. if you could just kind of restock things and get things back up to full, that would really help me right now. I think I can handle the rest from there.
Of course.
You got it, ma'am.
Would you like to get pastries and stuff, and I will start helping with the coffee?
If you would like, I can take orders. It takes me a while to talk anyway.
I'm gonna start restocking these shelves, and I immediately run and grab pastries and go. That goes there. That goes there. I think that goes there. That goes there.
Alexei's gonna start refilling coffee pots.
Okay. Kay, what are you?
I'm gonna help with the orders.
Okay. You're helping fill orders as they come in with this girl introduces herself as Asla Fitzbottom, a gnome.
Finally, a helpful gnome.
Can I use athletics to see how well I stock these shelves?
Actually, there is a check that is specified for what you do in the cafe, and I will give it to you here. I was just seeing what. For Kay, Bucky, and Alexi, you are all going to make a dexterity check. I will give you all advantage since the whole group is helping out. Bernard, you are going to make a charisma check since you are.
Is it also with advantage?
No. Roll flat because this is
because of my stutter.
I hate to do it to you, but yes.
Dude, no, punish me for it. That's what flaws are for. That is what flaws are for. Hey, yeah. Oh, okay. Would it be just charisma? Would it be like a saving throw? Would it be persuasion, performance? What are we looking at?
It is just, you know what? If you want to, what's your highest charisma skill? And give me an argument for why it would be that.
So, bless you.
Sorry, I was
so. No, you're good. So I would argue that because Bernard is very aware of his speech impediment, he offered to take this position for now just because it would slow things down and allow everyone to catch up. Fair. I would argue that it would be persuasion because every time someone new comes up, Bernard would be like, please be patient, it's my first day.
All right, fair enough.
That's a really good justification. I love that.
I will go for it. You know what? I will say as a group that the dexterity checks and the charisma all pass. So you kind of get behind the counter. Bernard, Bernard, you actually that actually passes because I was going to do a group check, but yeah, individually now everyone passes. So Kai, same with you. You just barely pass.
Nice. Hey, at least we all passed.
You all passed.
I think the only reason we barely pass is because now the line is actually moving.
Yes.
Because now there's more people.
Stacy goes out into the crowd and kind of does the whole bussing tables thing where she doesn't do like the all right, you got to move. She does the passive aggressive like, can I take that for you? Can I get you? Can I take this? The server thing where it's just like, I'm not asking you to leave, but it's clear you got to vacate. So she kind of like clears out the crowd.
There's so few tables here. Please leave.
Yes. So she does that and kind of gets the crowd to kind of organize itself or disperse. And so, yeah, it really helps. And about probably half an hour goes by and it is not like died down, but it is definitely an organized enough to where she feels like she can handle it herself. So she goes up to you guys and says, oh, thank you. You know what? Here, have something. This isn't exactly a part of the hunt you guys are doing, but here, just from me, thank you. And let's see. if all of you, because now you guys get a special little treat, and I need to see what you guys roll. But the you get the trinket on top of a little snack, depending on what you want to ask of her, or what kind of cafe item you would like.
I mean, if it's a trinket, I know which one I would go for.
No. The trinket is extra. Ask.
Okay.
You get something like, do you want a coffee or do you want like a croissant or something? Because the whole goal of the scavenger hunt was get something from the cafe, but you guys went the extra mile and actually helped her, like, kill the crowd.
I think Alexei just wants the Cedric usual, just a cup of black coffee.
What can I get you?
Bernard asks for an everything bagel, but with like extra seeds.
I mean I could. She kind of like grabs 2 everything bagels, puts one on a plate, takes the other one, and just kind of scrapes all the other seeds off the other bagel, and hands it to you.
Wait! I have a solution. I just take both top halves of the bagel and take just those 2 and leave her with the gross bottom half. Thank you, and then I walk away.
She's just standing there with them, just like, or that, I guess. What about you? What can I get you? And she looks at you, Kai.
I'm just like, a nice, refreshing glass of, like, elderflower lemonade or something like that. Just, like, super florally.
So specific.
Absolutely. You see her go back kind of like to it's kind of like a rectangular bed of herbs that she kind of keeps in the back. And she picks a little lavender and pours lemonade, puts the lavender in, kind of stirs it up a little bit, and there you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you. And what about you? What can I get you? And she's looking at Bucky.
Oh, he finishes putting down like a cinnamon bun or something like that. I don't really need anything. I appreciate it, but I do have a question. Are you hired?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, I had a few of my, well, you're not going to be able to start today. First year students can't work the first week of school, but yeah. After that, I can put you on the schedule.
Yeah, that'll be my payment. I don't mind working for you. Seems like you could use the help.
Are you asking to work for free? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I get some kind of school credit for it, don't I?
Yeah, but I mean, normally for jobs, you could also get a little bit of gold on the side.
I don't need any gold. I'm a prince for one where I come from. Money's no issue to me.
You see this woman on the verge of tears as she just walks up to you and just wraps her arms, probably just wraps her arms around just your leg, because she is half the size of you. Like, she is a little bit shorter than Bernard.
I would have absolutely made a comment of like, it's nice to see someone my size.
Yes.
She would have just kind of like let that comment go. But yeah, she just like grabs your leg and holds onto it for a minute and just like, oh, thank the gods. And yeah, she goes in back, hands you an apron, and is like, you start next week.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it, ma'am.
All right, so that is a job for Geo.
That was quick.
I mean, if it works. Gio now works at a coffee shop.
It's different from my
Maurice.
sister, so therefore it's better.
Well, that's the thing.
Word.
Like the rule I put down at the beginning of this campaign is that in your first year, you guys are doing either one extracurricular or one job, and you have chosen a job. Could
Yes.
not be any more different than what your sister chose.
Damn straight, and it's better. I'm actually helping people instead of playing some hoity-toity fantasy game.
Playing outside with sticks in college. a college level playing outside with sticks.
To be fair, still fun.
Agreed.
All right.
And in real life, that's what I
So-
learned about LARPing. So
Yeah. I'm going to need everyone to roll 2d6 for me. And give me the order in which you roll them. Like whatever you roll, give me the order in which you rolled them.
So don't roll them at the same time, I guess.
Hiya! Hiya!
We'll do this in the order we did everything else. We'll start with Kate.
first is a 4. Second is 242. Answer of life.
3, 4, and 2. You get a set of flashcards detailing different colloquialisms and their meanings.
You can use those to bond with Bucky and show him colloquialisms.
Okay. Next was 4 and 5. Okay. You get
That far off.
no. A stylish silver pin that references a famous series of novels about warlocks.
Hmm.
What's a warlock?
Oh, well, if you don't know, you shouldn't know.
Hey, what? Why
She
should
wins.
we?
Javen, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 1 and a 2. In
A
that
1
order.
and a
A
2.
12.
Well, it's a good thing these aren't damage rolls.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like hot garbage.
Ooh, you might like this one. You get a puzzle box bedecked with amber.
A puzzle? An amber puzzle box?
An amber puzzle box.
Huh. Like a Rubik's Cube.
Kind of,
Very
yeah.
much.
Yeah, we'll call it a Rubik's Cube, but it's got a puzzle if you solve it.
Amber puzzle box.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna put in
then-
parentheses Rubik's Cube.
And then Cedric, what'd you get?
I got a 4 and a 1.
Jesus, I'm the only outlier.
Yes, you are.
You get a black leather notebook filled with half-finished poems.
Lucky bastard! My thing! my, how the turntables.
Well, the good news is this isn't the last kind of roll of this. This isn't the last roll of this kind that you guys will be making. So
I'm only mad for theatrical purposes.
all
Let's go.
right. So with that, you guys have solved all the clues.
Yay!
Hey,
Yeah.
suck it, Stacy.
What?
What?
Fuck
What
you,
did you say?
Stacy.
No. I just said suck it, Stacy, on behalf of my good friend Bucky.
Bird Bros.
Alternatively, I would have said suck it, Scott, but Stacy was more prevalent.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I can see how it's gonna be. So you guys.
I've already told you I do not like Scott. Scott sucks.
And Stacy sucks. Therefore, Scott and Stacy suck.
They suck.
Fair enough.
Bird Bros have spoken.
God and Stacy suck. All right then.
Noted.
All right. So you guys all finish up. And how are we feeling real quick? Do you want me to just introduce the next part, or do we want to...
Just time wise, it is 11 o'clock.
That's what I was thinking. So, wow. I will set up the next part, and we will come back to it next session. So you guys finish up in the cafeteria, in the cafe, and are walking back out, kind of in the more common area, like the spot that's kind of, it's got the desks with this where the students are studying, and you see that what was his name? The guy that you guys absolutely hated.
Maris or Cadoris?
Cadoris. Yes, you see that Cadoris has set up at a table and is starting to pull out costumes, weaponry, and has got kind of these all this gear for the LARPing. And you see that he is kind of like asked someone to go back into the bookshelves to grab another. He's emptying things from chests and has asking someone to go grab another chest. They go into, you see that this person go into the bookshelves, and about 2 seconds later, you hear a scream. And then this person comes running out and says, "Why? That is so much teeth. Why is there so much teeth? Why is it even alive? That shouldn't be moving." And as she is running out, you guys see a trunk jumping about and flailing a long tongue with sharp teeth.
Who brought the mimic?
That is where we will end our session.
Boy.
Now this is
This
more
like
my
last Thursday all
speed!
over again.
Shield in front of me.
Again, this is like last Thursday all over again.
Hooray! Our
Well,
first
alright.
day and there's a
Our
fight.
First session.
We got
Yeah.
our first session, everybody! Hooray!
Good job, man.
Gonna go ahead and stop the recording now.
All right, cool.